Yep.
Just keep on speaking. I'm trying to listen whether I can hear it on YouTube.
Am I audible? Yep.
Just keep on speaking. I'm trying to listen whether I can hear it on YouTube.
Am I
Hello?
audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm audible, right?
Just keep on speaking. I'm trying to listen whether I can hear it on YouTube.
Am I
Hello?
audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm audible, right?
Just keep on speaking.
So only
I'm
15,
trying
huh?
to listen whether I can hear it on YouTube.
Am I
Hello?
audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm audible, right?
Just keep on speaking.
So only
I'm
15,
trying
huh?
to listen whether I can hear it on YouTube.
Am I
Hello?
audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm audible, right?
Just keep on speaking.
So only
I'm
15,
trying
huh?
to listen whether I can hear it on YouTube.
Am I
Hello?
audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm audible, right? If it was just 15, we
Just
didn't
keep
have
on
to
speaking.
stream it
I'm
on YouTube,
trying to
guys.
listen whether I can hear it on YouTube. Anish, is it rubber
Am I
banding
audible?
on YouTube?
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. You just accepted an invite, right? Which account was that?
Yo, Ashwath. Why is Aditya excited?
Dude, make it full screen.
Shout out to you too, Karthik.
Dude, make it full screen.
Shout out to you too, Karthik.
Dude, make it full screen.
Karthik, no super chat, ah. Acha, acha. Excitement, excitement. Okay, okay. गरीबी तो है भाई. So only 30. Ani, send a final call in the Discord. We'll start in 5 minutes.
Keep on speaking. I'm trying to listen.
All right, 3 more minutes and we start. Yeah, I'm streaming right now. Is it visible? Hmm. Okay. Wait. I have sent. I'll stop sharing my screen then. Hmm. But my screen is visible right to them. Okay. So what should we start or okay, guys? Can we start? Please reply yes in the chat, please. I want you to be representative, so you have to answer to me. All the first yes, please reply yes. Okay, okay, okay. So the recording of this session will be provided. Okay. So anybody who has missed it, please let them know. We will also announce it in the announcement sections very soon. So okay. So all of you have been onboarded onto the server today. So it has been a very time-consuming process. It has been challenging for us to build this server. We're especially working on the leaflet bot, which was a huge task, which was actually completed by Jerome Joseph, one of my close friends. So a big shout out to him. Um, the main purpose of this server is the bot. The bot makes things very easier for you to ask queries and makes it very easier for us to resolve your doubts. So before getting into the bot, there are certain things that you need to get installed on your machines. One is Visual Studio Code, where you will be coding in C++ or Python or any of your preferable languages. Am I audible, everyone? Hello? Uh, yeah, okay, fine. So you have to get VS Code installed on your systems. That is this site. We will be sharing all the links that are there in this presentation to you as soon as possible. You can go here, download it for Windows and also for Mac if you are a Mac user, and also for Linux if you are a Linux user. And if you face any issues, the bot is there. You can ask your queries there. We will come assist you. That is one thing. So that is all about VS Code. Now we have to get MinGW installed. So we have provided you a YouTube link, which you have to go through, where it is taught to you how to install MinGW on your Windows. So what exactly is MinGW? It is a package which contains GCC and G++ compilers for C and C++. So this is very important that you have them pre-installed on your machines before we start getting into the further phases of this community. So we will be posting daily problems very soon. That could be in 4 to 5 days, because we have to get you familiar with C++, right? Also, you can code on Python if you want to. We will be sending a poll for to get a count on how many of you all are actually interested in coding in Python for DSA. So based on that response, we can provide you materials, resources. So that is all about it, about MinGW. The YouTube link will be shared to you. This is the video. I'm so sorry about that. I can't help it, right? Mm, okay. Okay, so you have to get MinGW installed. So in that video, it has been told how you have to get MinGW installed. It is kind of cumbersome to get MinGW, get it installed by MinGW, but it is always good to have C++ installed at one go. So yeah, bro, I'll use Brave very soon. So yeah, this is the most important part of this introductory session. So I will make you go through how to use the leaflet bot, right? So all of you know that there is a leaflet bot on the server. So let me get into the server. Okay, so this is the server. So up here, if you go down, there is this category called daily problems. This is the category where problems will be posted. They will be coming very soon. Up here in this channel, problems will be posted, daily problems. It will be cluttered as per the particular days, and this is where you can create a query. Okay, so I'll show you how to create a query. Suppose you are on this server, you have to come here, come into this channel, click here, then click this button, create query. As soon as you click it, a modal opens. So you have to fill in necessary details about the problem that you are facing. Suppose you are solving a particular problem on any coding platform. Let's say you are solving this problem on HackerRank. Okay, a simple array sum problem which you will be solving, and you are stuck, you don't know how to code it up, you are finding it difficult to build your logic, or you are getting some errors, you want it to get resolved. So what you can do is simply copy the title of this problem, paste it here, and you have to provide us the problem link, which is here. You have to copy it and you have to paste it here. Then you have to describe what issues that you are actually facing. It could be logic building issue, right? Logic building issue, or a compilation issue, or it could be a compilation issue, or you are not able to even code. That there could be various sort of issues. So you have to be very particular about what issue that you are facing. And if you have written some code, you are free to paste your code here. Okay, and then you have to click submit. So right now I'll put in some random data. So this is how you create a query. So there is a thread which is created once you submit the model. So that thread is reflected here under day one. There is a thread called simple array sum. You could click on this thread and it will open a chat box for you. This is where you will be interacting with our team, which will be resolving your doubts. So as soon as you submit your query, right, all our educators will be linked. They will get a ping message, and when they are free, when they suppose anyone can take up your doubt, right? So it is already, all of them will be tagged, so one of them will come up and start resolving your query. So this is a, hi Sean, what help do you need? So I will tell, I am facing issue in logic building for this problem, for this problem. Okay, so then the ta, the teaching assistant Anish Shobit, will tell you what will ask you more questions on what issue that you are facing. Then he may give you some hints. Then you could, it's a normal chat like how you have on WhatsApp, no? It's a normal chat where you can discuss how to build logic. You can share a lot of ideas. And if you're not understanding it in the chat, then you could request Anish that is it possible for me to migrate to a Google Meet session or get into a voice channel on the server. So we have voice channels right here, lobby 0, lobby 1, which are available for you to ask doubts. You can connect with your teaching assistants there and discuss, right? So the teaching assistant can share his screen and teach you how to solve that particular problem. So you need to take each element from the array. This is how he's telling you how you have to approach this problem, and you can further text here. So once all of this is done, you have to do one thing. The TA will ask you whether, once your doubt is resolved by the TA, the teaching assistant, Anish will ask you whether has he cleared all your doubts. So Anish will ask you now whether you have cleared all the whether he has cleared all his doubts. So I will reply, yes, Anish, it's cleared. After that, he will send you a confirmation model again. So I will tell you what you have to do with it. Forward slash yes, forward slash. Mm, mm. Okay, so this is the model that comes here. So you have to click on completed. And if he has not resolved, you change your mind, you could click on cancel. So right now I will click on completed. Okay. So your thread will go off now. When you click on day one again, your thread will be off and it will be added here. Suppose you again face a problem on this particular problem. You could come here, click on day one. You could come here. You could click the problem that you had asked, the query that you had asked. You could click here again, and again you could send hi. So again, another thread will be created on that particular day. Again, you could go there. Now again, all the TAs will be again linked into your thread. So again, Anish will come resolve the doubt for you. So Anish will ask, what issues are you facing? So I'll tell, I am getting integer overflow error. So Anish will tell you why an integer overflow error occurs, right? And after this, again, he'll ask you, is the doubt resolved? So again, you have to do the same process of clicking the completed button again. Hmm. Yeah. You can make any number of threads. You can ask any number of queries. There is no limitations on how many doubts you can ask. We are always there to help you. And you are always there to make us grow also by asking your elegant doubts, right? You could make us, you may make us a bit shocked that we are also not able to get the problem properly. So it may take some time for us to, assist you in a nice way, right? So some patience is expected because we are also not like full-time working professionals on this platform. Uh, it is out of interest, right? It is like a service, a community service that we are giving you. So there could be delays in taking your queries sometimes, right? So it is expected of you to have that patience, but I can guarantee you that your queries will be answered within 2 to 3 days. It will be surely answered, but at max we will be so resolving your queries in that day only, because we have a good team which will be looking into it. So yes, again you can click completed and the query will be resolved again. Okay. Acha. So after the day is done, no? Wait a second. After your day is done, if you asked a doubt on day one, and you all those doubts which are asked on day one, right? They will be shifted to another category called resolved. These are the previous days. So inside the results category, you will have the previous day's doubts which were asked. So here simple array sum was asked on day one. So you could go here, you could see what was asked in that particular chat. You could read their chats, what issue this person was facing. You could also have faced the same issue, right? So this is how the leaflet bot actually works. This is how we can make the most out of it. And if the response to this community is very good, we will be scaling up the bot. We will be adding more features into it. So your support is indeed needed. Your patience is indeed needed. Your ideas are also very much welcome on this community. So that is about the leaflet bot. If you have any queries, you can ask me now on the leaflet bot. Any queries? Anyone? Yeah, it is. Any more questions? Node.js. You can't hear Anish? Uh, Can you hear Anish now? She's kidding, I guess. She or he. No, you are audible, bro. Okay. Am I audible though? Karthik, am I audible though? Okay. Yeah, Anish is telling it's okay that you can't hear him. So we will be anyways be sharing the recording for you. So mm, okay. So there was a doubt which was asked to me. How many questions a person has to solve per day? So I'll give you my example. If you rush in solving questions, no, if you feel like I have to solve 4 5 questions per day, if you keep that target for you, then you will eventually end up demotivating yourself if you're not able to solve. So I recommend focusing on 1 or 2 questions. They should be between easy to medium difficulty level on any coding platform like HackerRank or LeetCode. So if you take my example today, there was a LeetCode daily problem which I have not solved till now. Right now, I have to solve after I finish this session. So I have not been able to build a proper logic for it. That is what problem solving is. You should not see the solution immediately, right? If you think that if you set a target like I have to solve 5 problems a day, then if you are not able to solve within 1 hour, you will be stuck in that problem and you will immediately see the solution. Even if you do, there is no shame, but you have to invest at least 1 to 2 hours on a problem. After you do that, what you can do is you can just see part of the solution, get some hints, again get on it, solve it again, try with a different approach, and if you are not able to do it, see the whole solution, get to know how it was solved, how it was solved, what are the concepts that were behind that problem, right? Go research it on Geeks for Geeks or any other coding websites, read articles on it, see some YouTube videos if you feel it's necessary for you. And if you get stuck there also, if you are having some very huge issue that you're not understanding the logic, you can come here and create a thread again, you can create a query, and our team will assist you on it. So that is what it is. So I recommend per day you have to solve 1 or 2 problems, but you have to solve it very honestly. And that is why to keep your consistency, we are going to publish daily problems after some amount of time, because you have to get familiar with C programming or C++, right? So we are waiting for that. So today we will be sharing resources on how you can learn C++. So that is all about it. So as per me, you should solve at least one or two problems a day. Was that enough? Yeah. Okay. 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 For uh, another announcement, for all of those who are interested on how the Discord bot was built, how was it implemented, can join the voice channel lobby one. We will be discussing about it there. Okay, is that fine? And was the previous doubt answered in the right way? To whoever it was, definitely a first year. That guy asked me which language is must to solve a problem. But choose anything which is comfortable for you. It could be C, but C, as you go forward, you need libraries to solve DSA questions. So you should eventually migrate to C++. But you are free to take anything that you like. You could take Python, you could take Rust. I'm not a Rust user, but I have mostly used C++ for my DSA journeys. So I prefer C++ on my side, but you are open to choose anything that you want. Okay. So coming to C++, I can give you, we are going to give you some resources on how to approach C++, how we have to start learning C++, because see, we are going to give you resources. They will be documentation, some will be documentation, some will be YouTube videos, which are taught by the best competitive programmers or ex FANG employees who are very good educators for you. Okay. Anish is asking me whether he can code in Fortran. Someone is asking me, can he code in Fortran? That's up to him. That's up to you. I have not used Fortran, so which is easier, C++ or Java? For DSA, I prefer C++ because it is not very strictly object oriented, right? So you can use C++ for DSA. As you go into development, you can use Java. And why I prefer C++, right? It has very good STL library which you can use to implement, which has pre-built data structures and algorithms which you can use. Even Java has that. I'm not saying Java is bad. If you want to, you can learn Java. You can code in Java or Python. But I have coded my whole in my whole career. I have coded in C++, and for development, I have used JavaScript, Node.js, React.js, all sort of things. These sort of things. So for C++, we will be giving you uh, a resource material that you have to follow. For Python, we will be putting up a poll where you have to answer the poll and let us know whether you are genuinely interested to learn Python and apply it for DS. Okay, what is STL? Okay, so are you from CS background? Anybody? How many of you are from CS background? I am talking about your second PUC, first PUC. I want everybody to answer in the chat, please. Okay, okay. Three people, four people. How many? So why I asked was there are many people who are from different fields. They are from biology, they are from ENC, right? So I have to take care of them. So this is a bit of a, what do we say? You need to have some prerequisite to understand my answer for what is C++. It is basically called as the standard template library. So if you have heard about stacks, queues, certain algorithms like binary search, right? If you want to reverse a string, you can write the whole code to reverse a string, but there is certain inbuilt functions in programming languages that you can do that make your code very quicker, they make your code shorter, and it is easy to use, right? So if you have to write 5 lines to reverse a string, That can be done in one line using a function, using STL. So using STL, you can just use the reverse function and reverse the string. Or if you want to sort an array, there are many sorting algorithms like merge sort, quick sort, and radix sort, selection sort, and many things. But you could use the sort function, which is like, because when you're solving DSA, you can't sit and implement algorithms, right? It takes a lot of time. So you need STL to make your job faster. So instead of writing a 150 lines of code to sort an array, you can just use one line function, which is just sort and the starting point of your array and the ending point of your array. And for those people who don't know array, it's not an issue. You will be learning it very soon through the resource materials that we are going to share you in the coming days. We will be sharing you some resource material today, then we are going to share you more tomorrow. So that was about it for STL. So furthermore, I can talk about it more when we go forward. So there is STL in C++. There are libraries in Python also. So you can use Python also. I am not mad that I have to write 150 lines of code to sort an array, because let's say you are in a contest and it's like a 1 hour contest, and there is a requirement that you need to sort the array. And if you sit and write the 150 line of code, it may take you 10 to 50, 150, sorry, 10 to 15 minutes, right? And there could be issues also that you would be facing, because writing sorting algorithms is not that straightforward. You will be facing out of bound issues, all sort of stuff. So using STL makes saves your time. Instead of 15 minutes, you could do it in 30 seconds, right? Yes, obviously. That is why we are going to send you resources, right, to learn a particular language. That is very important to at least know the basic syntax of C++ or Python. Then we could give you uh, problems which are very much basic, which don't use standard template library or any advanced stuff in the language. Then slowly, we will give you more and more topics to learn. We will be discussing about it in the further classes or in further sessions or interactions that we have in the college, right? It's a step by step process that we are going to take. So right now we have to get familiar with C++, with its basic syntax, how things are done, right? And these sort of things. Even for Python, that is how we have to go about things. So it is very important to learn a language before starting problem solving. Learning multiple language at a time is, it will be confusing for you, but if you want to learn multiple languages, it's not a big deal. If you complete one language, and if you, let's say you learn C++, it takes you like a month actually to master C++, then to migrate towards Python takes you around 15 to 20 days. That's it. Then after, if you start solving problems on Python, no, I am not yet solved much problems on Python, like DSA problems, but I really wish to, because I'm going to work on deep neural networks for my final year project, which uses Python, because I've not been much of a developer, right? So that is the situation for me. So I'm going to start problem solving with Python. So it won't be a difficult process for me. It will be easy because you are very much familiar with the concept of coding in C++. So it will be easy for you to migrate to another language also. So learning multiple languages one at a time is a very bad idea, because you will be confused with the syntax, because uh, one one functionality would be working, other functionality would not be working in that other language. For example, if strings are mutable in C++, in Java they are not. So you may confuse it, right? Again, what are strings? They are just sequence of characters. You will learn it in the upcoming resources which we share to you. Yeah, C and C++ are very similar. C is just a procedural oriented language. It doesn't have any standard template library. It doesn't have object oriented programming. It has nothing. It's a basic language. But C++ is an extension of C. It has very similar syntax with C++. C++ is actually C with extra features. It has standard template library. It gives you the flexibility to code in object oriented manner. So that is the basic difference between C and C++. Any more doubts? No doubts, anyone? No more doubts. Yes, you can learn C and C++ together, but I prefer you, if you have partially learned C, right? So you can now shift towards C++. If you learn C++ properly, no, there is nothing to go back to C. It is the same. It is not much of a difference for you. To compile your C++ code, you need a G++ compiler on your machine, which the resource material to how to install that, compilers and all will be shared to you very soon, after the session immediately. Then how to practice C++. There are many platforms where you can practice C++. One such platform is Geeks for Geeks. You can go to Geeks for Geeks. We'll also give you a walkthrough very soon on how to use the website, which is Geek for Geeks, to solve problems like for your self growth, right? Out of your curiosity, if you want to solve a problem, you could go to that platform and solve on Geeks for Geeks. And you could also run your code on online platforms like Online GDB, Programmix, and all sort of stuff. Uh, you can say I can't comment that C is of no use. It is still being used in some areas because I can't judge a language because it's the starting foundation for C++. So learning C is a way to build your base. That is why they teach you initially. So you have to migrate to C++ anyways. So that is what I'll say. So I'll take your doubts a bit later. Before that, let us go further into our slides. Okay, so leaflet bot was introduced to you. Okay, so I have plugged in some resources for you. There is this website called roadmap.sh, which if I click, this site will open for you. If you don't like going through videos and all to learn a particular programming language, you can come to this site. You can, what I'll suggest is you watch this section, you read this section, this much part of this section. Okay, after you finish this, then you are open to explore what is there further here. But if you I recommend you to explore this part, which is if you click on this box, introduction to the language. So it will tell you what this language is, and it will provide you hyperlinks, right? Yeah, the link will be shared to you in the Discord community very soon in the C++ resource links channel. So here you have all the things that you need to learn the language. If you click this box, and as if you have to follow this line, okay, then you go into basic operations, right? How arithmetic operator plus is used, how minus is used. It is very similar to C. Then you'll get to know about C++ very soon. You can see why C++ versus C. You can check that article also. Also, this is one of the resource. There is another resource which is on W3 schools. You could come here. So this is a customized pathway that W3 schools has provided to you. You could come here, get started with C++, and go on reading each subsection here, right? You could go on reach, and if you are stuck anywhere, even if it is a basic doubt, don't hesitate to ask. Just come on the server, create a query, ask us. We will be there to assist you. Okay. If it's necessary, we will come on voice channel and assist you personally also. So don't hesitate to ask any doubts. Okay. So this is how you could learn C++. This is the documentation way to learn C++. And I've also plugged in some videos for you that you can watch on YouTube. This is the basic lecture. If you click, yeah, I can't help it. Okay. Okay. So this is Love Babbar. He's a very good educator on in the field of DSA. He is also web developer. He is an ex Amazon, Microsoft employee. So he's a very reliable person from where you can learn things from. Okay, so he has taught C++ completely along with DSA. You could also watch this playlist, which I'll be plugging in the future. So he has taught you about the basics of C++. So initially, he has taught you about the compilation process, how a C++ code is compiled. Then you can skip this promotion part, okay, up here. You can skip this promotion part. Wait a second. You could skip this promotion part. Then he's talking about the ID, the that you have to use, which is already installed by you, VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Then we'll talk about start of a C programming language. And there is one part where you have to not get overwhelmed, okay. It is around 10. This part you should not get overwhelmed because he's going to use something called as using namespace standard. He'll tell you why this line is used. He'll tell you can ignore it. So don't get overwhelmed when he's teaching you what namespaces are. Then you can further go into the video and watch it. The only drawback of this video is that it is in Hindi. So people who don't know Hindi, I have also mentioned another resource video for you, which is alternative lecture for C++. Wait a second. So sorry about that. Yeah. So this is the video which is completely in English. So you can refer this video also. You can skip the promotional part which is at the beginning, and the rest is explained to you in a good manner. So this is Raj Vikramaditya. He's like us. He's from a tier 3 college. Uh, so he is a former competitive programmer. He had been candidate master on Code Forces. He has very good intuition building skills. He can educate you a lot. You could follow his channel, which is called Take You Forward. You can get educated here a lot. So I'll recommend you to explore these channels. You have to explore who these people are. You have to follow them on LinkedIn. So all these things I'll be sharing in the resource section, the links to their channels. So you have to go by yourself and research on who these people are, because I can't sit and spoon feed you everything, right? It is expected, because when I came into my first year, I found out who these people were. I got on YouTube. I used to search stuff. Who? How can I get into Google? How can I get into Amazon? And all these people used to come up. So that is how I came to the position where I am, right? So it is all about self effort. Yes, we are there to help you, but some effort is required from your side also. So you have to understand that, and any issues that you face, the community is there. We are going to assist you there, right? So you have to take down his name, Raj Vikramaditya. You can follow him on LinkedIn, and you can follow his YouTube channel to learn DSA in depth, right? So this is one thing. You can refer this video to learn C++. And for those people who don't want to watch videos, we have also clubbed in the documentation part. Okay. So that was all about it, about this session. And anybody has any doubts, now they can ask me. Everything is done. I want, it's a Q&A session now. Anybody who has doubts, they can ask me now. Anybody has any doubts? Any doubts on the Discord community bot that you have? No, 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 no. They are open source. You can use it on the fly immediately when we share it. They are open material. They are available on YouTube. You can further explore their channels. Okay? We are always open to explore. What do you mean by one I have? Any doubts? Anybody? Yeah, ask. No, oh, you meant by the doubt. Yeah, you can ask the doubt. Please go ahead. All it is usually for DSA related queries, and if you have some external queries regarding the server, you can always mention it in general, right? We will be looking into the general chat, right? You can do that. Please keep the query part related to problem solving only, okay? OS doubts and hardware doubts. We don't have much people who are very profound in OS. Anish could help you in OS related doubts. Anish, can you do that? Yeah, Anish can help you on OS related doubts. I can provide you good OS material also from where you can learn OS from. Also, we have Jerome for hardware related doubts. He can also assist you on that. Yes, time complexity. It is a very important term in DSA, and you can also learn about this in the upcoming resources that we are going to share to you. So when you are going into these links, no, you will have the channel. Just explore it. Explore the playlist that you are watching. There will be time complexity videos which will be available. What I'll do is I'll share you the whole playlist. Just check what and all is there in that playlist and learn from there, right? Is that fine by you? You mean all questions from students go? I didn't quite understand that. We are already having a discussion right now. Do you mean in Discord or physically in college? I can show you how we can learn time complexity. For example, if you are in this guy's video, right, in this channel's video, if you scroll down, see, there is a video on time and space complexity, which he has taught. It's a 29-minute video and it will be helpful for you. But I recommend you to also follow Take You Forward. This one. We will share you the time complexity video links also, okay? For those who are interested to learn about it. Because it is a very important concept that you need to know before starting problem solving. Yes, C++ is not much used in development these days. Um, you can learn two languages in parallel if you are familiar with that learning environment. Online JDB is not DSA specific. It is just a platform where you can run your code. To learn DSA, I've been suggesting you these channels, right? Take You Forward, Code Help. There are other channels also that you can explore. Any doubts you have, any queries that you face, any issues that you face, you can always ask us. Any more doubts? Yeah, that is what it's a good point that Anish made. You can always focus on other things on your weekends. I've already told you in the briefing session yesterday that it is very important to have a good mentality, right? To have a mental peace, uh, to invest 2 to 3 hours a day, managing your time properly, not to overburden yourself. Okay, so you have to manage that, and those are your personal choices, which I can't comment upon. System design type of interview questions. Okay, you are going too far now. Uh-huh. System design. System design is something that you will learn when you are working. Okay, so I always suggest go into companies that teach you good system designs, and these companies are obviously, I can't comment much. Could be product based companies, but Anish, which are the good companies, bro, that we can learn system design from, where you will grow in system design? Because system design is not asked for you as a fresher when you go into interviews, but when you shift from one company to another, right, it is expected that you know good system design. So that comes into picture in your working phase of your career, not during your learning phase, but you're all you're open to learn anything. So for system design, I can suggest you one YouTube channel which is called which is from Gaurav Sen. He is a system design expert. He has courses also on system design that you can go through to learn it. And system design, yeah, I can give you resource materials for system design if you want to. For game developer, ah, mm-hmm. Junior dev versus senior dev. Mm, see, a junior dev can be very talented than a senior also, but it is always expected you to respect them, respect your team lead in your company. I'm not a working professional, but I know how you should be acting in a company, right? And can you elaborate further? What do you mean by junior dev versus senior dev? Yeah, Anish can't won't be able to speak to you because he has some issues with this mic, so it's not possible. Obviously, a senior dev will be very much skilled than you because he has worked for more years, right? He knows more about the company, how their systems are working, right? So you have to take it as a opportunity to learn much from them, extract more and more information from your team leads, your team colleagues who are senior to you. There's nothing against your seniors, right? There is no comparison. As you go into a company, you learn stuff as things progress forward. The mentality that you should have is to have that mindset to always learn new things, to be inclined towards criticisms from your team leads, right? To have a fighting spirit in your organizations. Math concepts that have to be made strong. Right now for DSA, you need to have good analytical skills. You should need to find patterns in inputs that will be given to you in particular problems. You need to know how to read a problem statement properly. And coming to the math part, as I said, it comes very handy during if you decide to start competitive programming, which is not something that we are training you on. I can never guarantee you that I'll be training you on competitive programming. It is yes, combinatorics, number theory, GCD, LCM, prime factorization, CU of Eratosthenes, primality tests. I can go on. Fermat's theorem, Euler's quotient function. These things come in competitive programming that you need to be aware of. Um, and the thing is, you can't wrote this. I used to do this. I just used to see what Fermat's theorem is, and I don't remember it today. It is related to congruency in modulo, but I still don't remember how it is because I didn't feel math like how it has to be felt, right? So you have to be really interested in math. You have to be really eager to learn math. Then things become really easy for you. Yeah, they are very intimidating names, but they are nice names and they are very, what do we say? You have to respect math, right? Today I was watching Fourier series and I saw how great Fourier is. This is a topic that comes to you in your third semester. Well, we had it in third semester, right? So you will have it in first or second semester, it seems. So please ask your lecturers a lot of doubts, especially in maths class. Ask them, tell me how can I visualize it, right? And I suggest you to watch Three Blue, One Brown. I'll type it in for you. Can you write it down, Anish, in the chat? It's very yes, city is for adding waves and stuff, and the logic behind how they find the value of the constants. And still I'm not much of a good mathematician, right? So even I didn't understand three blue one bronze video completely. I'm still very eager to learn it again. I'm going to rewatch it again tonight, to learn, to get a better picture on what Fourier transforms are, because it involves you to have good knowledge on complex numbers, all sort of things, right? So that is one part. That is the beauty of math. Math doesn't come simply. It comes by your genuine interest, your passion for it, right? So never ever disrespect math. Never ever say that I am learning unwanted stuff, because math is beautiful. I used to do that before, but it is. You will get to know when you start realizing what math actually is, and that happens when you get into CP. Using Fourier queries, you can draw sketches easily. It is a way to trace a sinusoidal waves. Right? How many educators here? Oh, we are 8 members, right? Anish, more than. I'm not much sure, but hmm, hmm. So there are many people who are joining our. Uh, yeah, hmm, yeah, yeah. Everybody are experienced in our team. They might not be experts, but they will assist you. They will give their best to assist you in any problem, right? So please be respectful towards them. If they don't know any concepts, please give them time. They'll come back to you very soon, okay, and resolve your doubts. Okay, so there is no competition among us. You could also teach us new concepts if you are very good at math. I am very much eager to meeting some of you who are good mathematicians. I want to learn math from you. I want your perspective, right? That is what I want you to build. I want you to build a good competitive, sorry, not competitive, good coding culture around you, so that you can grow professionally. That is my dream. That when I leave this college after 8 years, that would have made a slight difference in the coding culture in our college, right? And that is what. How many months we are here, Anish? 8 months. 8 months. I tell 8 years. Sorry, eight. We'll not be here after 8 months, no. So I expect you to make the most out of this time. We won't be leaving the server. We will be there as veteran members. Someone else may take up the server. It is your job to make this a good interactive environment. Today you are 19 year, right? You are very interested in this. So I don't. It was 32. Now it has come to 19. Hmm. Yeah. Well, this is something that I can tell you personally. How did I find people with same interest as you? If you ask me how many friends do I have many. If you ask me how many genuine friends do I have, I'll say two. One of them is very close to me, is my old buddy. He introduced me to software engineering. I know him since 10 years. But when I came into the college for offline classes, because first year was COVID, we were placed in different sections. Even today, we are in three different sections. So I had to make new friends, but they weren't interested in coding. So it was tough for me, right? In that environment, I lost my focus. So that is what I am asking of you, to be careful. I'm not judging my friends, they are very good people, but you have to find the right environment for you. That is what I am saying. It is your personal choice, and I am no one to tell you or suggest you anything. And you have to be very much reliant on, you have to put in some effort to identify people who are good at coding, right? Who are interested in coding, and this community will help you identify them, right? Because we are going to have meetup sessions. We'll have that bond among us. We need to have that unity, right? We need to be very respectful of each other. People who are very new, people who are from biology, who will be a bit struggling at the moment, right, to get familiar with coding. One of our educators, Shazir Neckbecht, he is a moderator. He's coming from a biology background, but he's still, now he is a very good coder. He's a game developer, you know. So it is possible. It is possible. He's placed before me. So never lose hope. It's not a problem that many people came to me that they are from EC biology, how they can learn. Don't be scared. We are here to guide you. So just go through these resources that I have shared with you, and look how that can help you. And if you have any doubts, the bot is there. We are here. We are here to help. Okay. Any more questions? You're good, huh? Well, you can't create queries on WhatsApp. No, we can't filter out on. We can't send daily practice problems there because it will get cluttered. You need to be what you should observe why Discord is different from WhatsApp. No, just Google search and see why what difference between Discord and WhatsApp. You'll get to know. You have voice channels in Discord. Do you have that in WhatsApp? No, right? We can communicate with masses better with Discord, right? You could make different channels for different resources. It is easy for you to find things. So Discord is one of the best things to build a community. So that is the reason. Yes. Once you get familiar with one language, we are going to start with DSA. You don't need to start right away. You need to get familiar with one language, which will take you at max 1 to 1.5 week, to be honest. I am not a experienced developer. I, sake of having something on my resume, I built two projects. One was a normal e-voting project, and another one was an edtech platform, which I learned from a course, which was very interactive. It is from the guy who is teaching. Like I shared you one channel, right? Codel. I learned from there. It was a paid course. The thing is, with paid courses, is that people don't buy paid courses. They don't want to spend the money. Thing is you have to the thing is, when I came into my first year, no, nobody wanted to pay. I paid 2,500 for Geeks for Geeks course, and the founder taught me, Sandeep Jain, who is the founder of Geeks for Geeks. And the session that I took, I wrote, right, how to win at the sport of programming. That is one of his TED talks headline. I nabbed it from there because I am inspired by that lecturer. It was an inspiration from him, right? So the thing is, are you ready to invest in yourself? That is one thing that you have to make sure about. You'll have to invest in yourself for your professional growth, right? So if you want to do competitive programming, if you are very profound by yourself, if you don't need guidance, then okay, you can go by yourself only. But if you want some guidance, you need someone to keep track of your consistency. There is a platform called as TLE Eliminators, which we will introduce to you in the later part of our journey in the community. It is they have paid courses that bifurcate them in level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. As per your preference, you can choose any level and start coding there. Like get trained by those people. They are You'll have the best competitive programmers on that platform. So that is the place where you have to learn competitive programming from. Not here, not in our community, because we are not good competitive programmers. I admit, I have to admit it to you. I can't disinform you, right? I can't mislead you that I am a good competitive programmer, right? I have faced a lot of failures in competitive programming, as I have told you, and going to start it again, right? So I am also learning. You will also learn. So after you have done DSA for like 4 to 5 months, then you'll get a basic knowledge whether you really are interested to take the next step in competitive programming. If it's not, you can still keep on doing DSA, start building projects after 4 5 months. right? And I'm not telling you have to only do DSA. You can explore, given that you have good time management skills. Many people are coming to me and telling me they are in arch club. They it's a very good club. Many of my friends are there. They are very ambitious, sweet people. You'll grow also in arch club. Then you are saying that you want to also do DSA. Time management is tough. I have to go to the gym. All these things. These are the issues that I faced, and I know that if I really want something, I will have to make time for it, be it sacrificing my sleep or anything, bunking classes also, which I don't recommend you. It is your decision. Even Anish has attendance shortage, right, bro? Hmm. Even Anish had attendance shortage last semester. The name of that online course, do you mean the competitive programming one or the web development one, which I took? Anish has some working prototypes which he will share with you all if you are interested. For CP, it is called TLE Eliminators. You can search it. It is started by Priyansh Agarwal. He is All India rank 1 in Google Kickstart. He is from Triple IT Delhi. A craziest competitive programmer that I have seen in my life. A very ambitious person, someone you have to look forward to. You have to look up to him. Right here, he will share you a lot of knowledge. I'll share many of his videos where he shows you how he did competitive programming. He'll guide you really nicely. So you have to look into. So it is called TLA Eliminators. Anish, can you just put the name here? TLE Eliminators. Certificates don't matter, Ray. Please know this. Until and unless they are the winning certificates from hackathon, or you have won, you have done very well in GSOC, they are your internship certificates, genuine internship certificates, right? They are your competitive programming rank profiles, competitions that you have won. These certificates matter. Completing a course doesn't make any difference until and unless you can answer the questions that they ask in your projects. So this is, don't be delusional, don't get misled. There are many platforms which will propagate that take our certification, take our certification. Yeah, there are certifications like Salesforce. The placement area will guide you on which certifications that you need to carry out, but don't think that any course completion certificate will make a difference. What makes a difference are your achievements in competitive programming, or in your development, or in your open source or contributions, for which we have other clubs also that you can explore in our college, which is your job, not mine, to explore. You can ask Anish about open source contributions and web development based questions. You can have a session, right, Anish? You can have one. Hmm. So course completion certificates are not at all useful. No, they don't carry any value. So this is, if you are getting guided by me, I'll tell you this. They don't carry any weight. There are certain courses that have genuine, what do we say, mm, credibility, and they're difficult to complete. That you will get to know by asking the placement officer. I have not done certifications much, and because I don't believe in certifications, but I do believe in getting achievements in competitive programming, getting achievements in open source contributions, right? In development, building good machine learning models, building good deep neural network models, doing some good research projects. These things make you stand out, right? Maximum number of classes that I can't comment on this, bro. I'll get sued. Okay, is that it? We are almost out of time now. GCCF and JNAI batches work for resume. That is something you have to ask Anish, not me. Anish, you can reply, okay? Up there. Hmm. So Yeah, they will help you, which will be told, which you will get informed by your faculty up next. But yeah, I'm going to suggest you some good platforms. They are courses, but they don't give much value to your certificates. Okay, you'll learn a lot from these courses. Like for example, TLE Eliminators. It is the best platform to do competitive programming, to learn competitive programming from the best of the best in India. You can go there, work. This is where you have to be, not in our club. We ourselves tell you that. Look at our honesty. That is what makes us different. We don't say this is a competitive programming club. This is just a community where we network with the people who are interested in coding. We help them resolve the doubts. You can also resolve our doubts also, if I have. Okay. So that is what it is, right? Then I have codel, again a good coding platform. It is up to you which courses you want to take, but don't rely on certificates. Okay, that is my advice. It is up to you whether you want to take that opinion or not, but it is up to you. Okay, that is it, I guess. We will be winding up the session. I hope that you have gotten to know about the Discord bot. For your reference, we may roll out a YouTube video on how to make efficient use of our server, which will be coming very soon. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so that was it from me. Okay, so all the best. The resources will be shared to you in a short amount of time. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Stop the stream, bro. Stream is stopped, no? Live stream.